Right, let's get on with this frame. A mind-bending episode with some pipe bending. We're also going to be starting fabricating a seat for the tailpiece and some other stuff. I haven't made my mind up yet. So stay tuned, find out. Meanwhile, I've been looking at other frame solutions, honestly, always open-minded on this, and these guys kind of kept the whole original frame and then just bolted a bit on top. I'm not sure I like the result, honestly, so I'm happy with the route we're going, which is plan B, I think. Plan D was what these guys have done, and yeah, don't really like it. Still involves welding, and you end up with a load of extra scaffolding that you don't really need, and it's a bit ugly. Yeah, so seat-wise, I just happen to have this kicking around. I think it's a little bit thick, because when we did this before for the actual Kawasaki, we used a, what did we use? A rolling pin. No, a wine bottle to get that curve there in the metal. I think we can probably do it. And I've ordered a self-adhesive foam pad, which might negate the necessity of getting some foam and Alcantara or whatever, all that malarkey. We'll see when it turns up what it's like. Functional for sure. So this is much the same as the pipe bending technique, I suppose, in terms of using something roly-poly to avoid getting a crease. And there you have it, the finished result. Well, obviously we've got to cut it and stuff like that, but we can't do that until we know what width we're playing at the front end here. Something like that, at least at the back. Good start. Really? And there you have it, yeah, starter for 10. Obviously needs a bit of tidying up, but it's roughly what we want. Good starting point. Can't really do much more with that until we work out what the front end is going to be doing, as I said, which means we need to get on with our bending. We're still waiting for our bender, but I think that's pretty much what we're going to end up with, which I'm quite pleased about. Things is taking shape. Well, that's the general idea. No, it's not the finished example. This just happened to be a bit of foam that I had kicking around. But yeah, that's kind of where we're going. Well, the 1.5" foam self-adhesive arrived, and when it did, 2 pieces, obviously, it was barely 10 centimeters tall. It has expanded since I've taken it out, but it's pretty much the same as that, honestly. And self-adhesive? I don't think so. So if we are going to have to cover the seat conventionally, I thought I'd better check out how it's done. So this is the other Kawasaki tailpiece for the Kawasaki, and Doris did this one. Was that her name? Doris? Something like that. Anyway, it seems the way to do it, because it's metal, exactly the same as that, is to get a sticky piece that goes inside that holds it all down. Not very well, as you can see. So, I guess that's the route we'll have to go. Though I have got another idea. Just checking in the upholstery department, and unfortunately what we've got is not quite big enough, of course. Here we go again. And I've ordered some carbon fibre look vinyl, like we had on the Ducati Monster, actually. Well, standard on the Ducati Monster, which is now on the Kawasaki seat that we just looked at. Anyway, I decided not to go for the orange. Yeah, a little bit much. Yes, folks, thunder. Anyway, what on earth is he up to? Wait and see. Right, here's the general idea. So, your buttocks sit here. So, not going to get a screw up your ass. But this will just create a little design feature, I suppose, for want of a better word. But more importantly, on the other end, other side of things, what we're going to do is wrap our vinyl over here, stick it with some tape, then wrap the other side. Actually, this isn't, even this rag isn't long enough, but wrap the other side over here somewhere, stick it with some tape, and then bolt through it if we need to. I don't know, is that a crazy idea? It might look quite good, it might not. But we've got plenty of padding, we've got plenty of vinyl coming, so we can give it a go, and if we don't like it, we can start again. Or we could use some of these boys. We haven't used these yet, our favourite little rivet nuts. So that's an option too. In fact, it is option 2. And I think we've found where we're going to put the ECU. I think it'll sit there. So it'll be out of view. And don't know how we're going to actually secure it. Obviously it's got these little rubber feet at the moment, which slotted into that plastic box that it was in. But a little bit of suspension for it, but I think we can get some rubber kind of washer spacer things, and so it'll bolt into the back of the seat there, and then onto the actual seat pad here. That's the theory anyway. It's arrived. It's very large, and there's an additional problem. Just shortly before any pipe bending might be going on, I bent my back out. It was all I could do to get it on the chair, honestly. Well, managed to get it on the bench anyway. And apparently for our 1-inch pipe we need that, which looks really big. I would have thought that would be fine, but whatever. Okay, we have our 1-inch bender in place, and I've moved those in a bit. I think, I mean, obviously, I guess the more leverage you got, the easier it is, but I really don't want that big a length of pipe. So I've moved them in a bit. We've got 18 inches. Let's see if an old cripple can bend some pipe. So we have our pipe loosely clamped into position effectively, taking the strain. There's a great video actually by a young chap. If you want to get a 90-degree bend or more on one of these particular pipe benders, he recommends you mark it in inches from the center, and then do like 20 degrees at a time and move it along so that you don't get a crease. Anyway, we're only doing probably about 20 degrees, right? If that. So we can do it bit by bit. We should probably mark the center, I suppose. We have markings now for a little pumpage. Alright, let's see what happens. 1, 2, whoa, 3. Yes, probably security. Apparently you can do it flat on the floor. Anyway, I'm going to need 2 hands. Right, 20 pumps later, and we definitely have bendage going on there. A little bit more. Well, there we have it. Gently Bentley. Yes, we can slot it in here, see what it looks like. And immediately, challenge number 1. That's as far as I can poke it in that tube. So our bend is here instead of being up here. But as long as it's parallel, right, with the bottom of the tank, which it kind of isn't yet, I suppose we're okay. Although we got more downhill going on here than we would otherwise have. But that shouldn't matter, right? As long as it's parallel, we should be alright, I think. And you can just see with that extra 10 pumps, you can see what that guy was talking about is starting to flatten out at the top there a little bit. Right, now I think we've overdone it, which is a bit of a bugger. I don't know. Yeah, damn it. Overcooked it. Just a tad. Anyway, the good news is just the one side, and obviously it's not welded or anything yet, but the one side takes the full weight of my body. No problem. So by the time you've got 2 on there, it's going to be pretty solid. Yes, definitely too much. We could always drop the front of the tank again to its original factory setting. Let's try that. Oh, there you go. No, it's still too much. Damn. Perhaps I didn't need to bend it again at all. Oh well, better order some more pipe, I suppose. Ah, so right, what I did was take this off because it was confusing the whole issue. Because it's too long, we're going to have to cut them because it was coming out about here and it needs to end about here. Anyway, it was confusing the issue because it was kicking the back end of the actual tailpiece up, and I would say we can get away with that, wouldn't you? So that's the original factory angle of dangle for the tank. So that's all rather jolly. The trouble is I've forgotten the pumpage amount. I think it was 20 and then another 10. Because next up we're going to chop the frame again. Yeah, we're going to take this side off and hope that without any weight on it, obviously, because we're not riding it or anything, that this bottom section of the frame that is still in place for the moment is stiff enough and strong enough to hold the suspension in place. And we'll be chopping these to size and situating the rear tailpiece, yeah, as opposed to the front tailpiece. So if you want to see that fiasco unfold, you'll have to tune in again next time. Which means you'll have to subscribe down here somewhere if you haven't already, and while you're down there, give the video a thumbs up and encourage others to watch my lunacy.